Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Play Slay the Spire. I had a lot of fun in the last run, but we did lose. We're back with the, oh, you don't even have to, I mean, these are all great, actually, but give me that random rare relic. Dude, I can dig it. Alright. I mean, normally we have some sort of preamble and whatnot involved here. This time we don't, but that's just because of the fact that, right off the bat, rare relic. I would, if you know, push comes to shove, I would much rather have a rare relic that does something immediately as opposed to a rare relic that requires us to invest into it to get something out of. However, this could be really good. Now, I'm actually going to make an unusual exception here. I'm going to take Combust. The reason I'm going to take Combust, does it do 9 damage or 7? If we're going to lose 1 HP, I think that's worth upgrading. The reason I'm going to take Combust is I feel like it's great AoE early on. Start each combat with 1 a week. Here's the thing. If you give me the choice, I'm always going to take advantage of that. Well, considering that Combust isn't affected by weakness, it also doesn't get affected by vulnerability, unfortunately, I guess, but I feel like losing a little bit of HP to get ahead of these early combats is worth a lot. And then, you know, on top of all of this, especially on, like, those gremlin fights, for example, I think this is going to be pretty nice. I don't think we need anything here. We literally cannot afford anything here. And we are going to dig. Dude, Toxic Egg, it basically doesn't get better than that. As far as, like, early game relics go. So I'm putting up a lot of defense early here. My idea is we're going to draw Combust at some point in the future. And henceforth from that moment, when we draw Combust, going to be doing quite a lot of damage. Give me a Combust, a double block, and then hit this boy with that. Okay, we're getting out in front here. We are going to lose 1 HP per turn, but 1 HP per turn is not really that bad. We need to hit this guy for 1 to avoid the damage. Now, I would love to continue digging, but we may have to rest at some point. That's just life, you know? As much as I would love to, or unless we get, like, meat on the bone. If we get meat on the bone, we might be able to swing it. Happy Flower, still pretty good. Disarm. Yes, absolutely, I will take a Disarm, especially upgraded. Well, we don't even get a chance to rest yet, so I wouldn't get too twisted up about it. This will be a real test, if this was the right idea. I kind of see it like, you know, what do you get out of offering? Well, you get some energy, some cards, but you lose 6 HP. What do we get out of 6 HP with Combust? 42 damage. I rest my case. I will still take an Anger. I've really come around on that card. The boot. I'm thinking, like, realistically, do we have a chance to kill the Lagavulin or the demon? And I think the answer is no. And, you know, I'm not proud of that, but it is what it is. You know, I would love to fight the elites early, but just the way things are looking here, I don't know if it's realistic. I actually am very, very attached to the way that this run looks right now. And especially getting Molten Egg early is just so unbelievably great when it comes to picking up, like, blockable cards. I think we need one, and this might allow us to fight the elite, especially now, but I think we need one card that's basically, like, a good opportunity to destroy all enemies, or destroy one enemy in one fell swoop. And this is exactly the situation where I want to take Combust. So, you know, we hit you once. You're actually not dead. Now you are dead. You're all dead. Totally fine. Combust is extremely strong there. I'll still take a Cleave for a little bit more AoE. We have a Lagavulin. It's pretty easy. We definitely do want to start with the Bash. And I expect to take damage here. It's not that bad considering the considering that we have the Hexaghost coming up next. So I think we do want to Anger just to get a stronger deck. And then we might Fiendfire everything here. Even though Cleave is stronger than the Fiendfire damage, I think it's a relatively sensible approach. I don't think it mattered much what we did there, but thought why not stem the tide just slightly. Just slightly. And I don't think, we're definitely not going to get you on this turn. We probably will get you on the next turn, though, even with the debuff. And that's, you know, it's pretty surprising, I guess. We are going to get you, but it is going to cost us 1 extra HP. Big whoop. Darkstone. It's not great. I'm going to take Seeing Red. The downside of Seeing Red is it does nothing for us right now. With, you know, slight exaggeration, but it does very little for us. But this does give us the space, in my opinion, to possibly take some more expensive card rewards. Dude, this is a bummer. Some more expensive card rewards from the boss if we're lucky enough to beat the boss in the first place. So, HP should be fine. I mean, you have to take a Rupture here. It's kind of, it's part of the deal. The idea is, you know, your Rupture is going to give you 1 strength per turn, which is pretty good here once you get it going. We're going to just go for another random relic, and I think that eventually these will start to work out nicely for us. This, you can wait on Fiendfire for a turn where you're not weak. Play Rupture, play Disarm, and just hit him, I guess. He is doing 6 damage. That's rough. That's hard to deal with. I'm being facetious, of course. Go ahead and hit me for 1. I don't even want to play any of these other cards. We do still want to get out in front of him. Here's Combust. Okay, so we got a good start happening here. We're gaining 1 strength per turn. That's a pretty good demon form, considering the limited cost it required. You know, just to... I'd rather take 0 per turn, so I will pop a potion. We'll probably get a potion from him regardless, right? So, what do we care? As mentioned, Seeing Red, not really particularly strong right now. This actually is a great synergy with Anger coming up, so I'm not disappointed by that. We'll Fiendfire everything. Got rid of a couple of burns. It did also get rid of Bash, but... I'm not too worried about surviving his big turn. We'll see how it looks once we get there. Which is right now. We do need to draw blocks, though. No, we don't, because of the Disarm. He's only doing 18 damage. Lots of burns incoming. We are living... We're going to be lower than expected. We got him, but it was closer than it looked like it would have been at first. I think here you can definitely roll, especially upgraded, a Limit Break. I'm going to go Burning Blood. I have a real methodology for this. Burning Blood should allow us to rest less, which will allow us to get more relics from Dig. Now, we might want to upgrade cards at some point as well. I wouldn't dispute that. We're going to need some more blocks. Just want to see if I can kill you. So you would need to get hit by 4 of these to die. Okay. Well, what if we play a Cleave? That'll take you down to 24. Then you only need to get hit by 3 of them. And it hurts this guy. Right. Don't forget about Gremlin Horn. We're suffering on this fight in particular. I don't think that's a condemnation of the entire run, but I do think it's a little cause for alarm. I will lose 1 HP in order to make it much more likely we get our gold back. Will we need to lose 2 HP? No. So that was well worth it, I think. So we're back to 41 HP, but not feeling particularly good. For sure. Havoc being free is interesting to me. I definitely 1000% want a flame barrier. And we're doing no elites. Yeah. I don't really want a second combust. I think 1 has been fine. Blood for blood is very likely to be good. Yeah, I think we can work that. I took the regen potion because, again, I really think a lot of our run hinges on our ability to, dig for relics. I'm gonna pop our potions immediately. I think I grabbed the curse accidentally. It's not like I'm missing out hugely on what we played there, but still. No! Obviously, we should have played Flame Barrier first, but that's highly unfortunate. I feel extremely dumb. On the bright side, he's dead. That went better than expected at the end, but certainly shrug it off. It's a high value card for me right now. It's the right play. And the combust, I mean, it hurts me, but it does also nullify, not all, but some of the heal that comes out here. Yeah, we can afford to. Actually, you know what? No, I think we did well to pop it, actually. We would love, and this is why we have to dig, honestly, but we would love to get meat on the bone. Don't fiend. Oh my god! At least it targeted the right enemy, but good lord. We'd also love a Reaper in this deck, which is probably unsurprising. But it's like so very, very close to working. It really is. I think it might be there. It just needs a couple of enablers that wouldn't hurt. And I think something like a Twin Strike is advantageous for sure. You know, we don't have a rest for quite some time, but I'm swinging for the fences. Guria is unfortunate. We will probably never take advantage of that. This guy's pretty much dead, especially if he takes a turn off to grow in strength. I mean, it doesn't actually matter now that I think about it. Okay, play Flame Barrier, then Havoc. I've learned my lesson. It's a strike. Yeah, Guria is pretty unfortunate. I mean, I guess if we wanted to, we could gain strength. It really depends on what we see as more likely to be useful, right? What do you think is more likely to be useful? 1 strength or a random relic? Well, how would we feel if we got Vyra as our random relic? I think we would feel pretty okay. So maybe for now, it's not unadvisable to try to gain some strength instead. It would also let Limit Break pop a little faster. I'm willing to give Flex a chance here. You know what? I will lose all my gold. Is it cowardice? Yes. Yes, of course. No doubt about it. But it's also just a good investment, I think. You know, 43 gold. Not so bad. See, it's a situation where if you had Guria, you would be 6 strength. Well, if you had used Guria, I guess. You would be 6 strength up right now. And sitting pretty. We do need to hit you for 4. Or for 3. we're just, like... I knew it wasn't gonna work, I should say, but we're just barely, not quite making it, you know? I feel like we don't need much more. Just some kind of sustainability on HP would go so far. That was very dumb. We should have crunched the numbers on that one a little bit more. Thank God. I don't even want to know how close we came. You know, I mean, an armaments is actually probably what I'm going to take, even though feed is rare and very good. And I think we have to rest. Why did I take the armaments? Jeez Louise, man. You're really going to make me give up 15 HP to pick something up here? I don't think I can afford to do it. I took armaments because we're not upgrading anything else. Okay, heal me. Let's see how we do on this fight. This is another pretty bad one for us, to be honest. I really don't want to exhaust Flame Barrier, but... The hunch that we have is we're going to kill him fast enough that hopefully it won't matter too much. Certainly we're going to rest before the boss fight now as well. Yeah, I think we're toast. We might have enough. In order for us to win, I mean, first off, we have to live through this fight, which is not guaranteed. Should have limit breaked first, now that I think about it. But then we also, I mean, we have to beat this boss. And how on earth are we gonna muster that? We're gonna be at like 50, yeah, like literally 50 HP. We have a block potion, and I'm not trying to be too bitter about it, but that's not the draw you would like to start with. Losing the upgraded limit break is also pretty bad. I mean, this means we take 2 damage. This is pretty rough. We can still gain strength. It's pen nib, sure. Need to get that out there, obviously. We can still gain strength from Rupture, but it's only going to be 1 per turn with no, like, big steps up, unfortunately. So, surely, yes, I would like to disarm you, and we will. I mean, Blood for Blood is also really important, but we'll disarm you now in the hopes that it's going to pay dividends for us in the future. I'm looking at the math and I'm like, I don't think we're getting there. Just getting closer to pen nib, I guess. Like, realistically, I don't see us outputting enough damage to kill you. Not even before we die. I mean, like, if the fight went on as long as is mathematically conceivable, I don't see us getting there. So this is just one of those situations where, yes, we probably could have run the numbers and lived for 1 more turn, but I mean, the writing was on the wall. So we're going to try this one again. We're only 20 minutes in. Let me hydrate here a little. Give me a rare card. I want you to know I like all 3 of these. I've really come around on this. This has given us some really good runs as well. But feed as your first option is just so great. Being able to start with a feed when you're dealing with enemies who, you know, don't have too much more than 10 HP to begin with, like, life is but a dream. I actually prefer this to getting Dig. I'm not blaming Dig for our loss. We were actually, I thought we had a real chance on that last run. Uppercut's a great option here. I hate to do it, but we'll spend all of our gold basically removing Shame, and I think we've got a pretty solid start here. See, I mean, just looking at the situation, if we had if we'd drawn feed he would be dead. Might as well weaken him. So an early upgrade on, I think uppercut is a little bit better to upgrade, but feed would come second for now. And a headbutt, I mean, searing blow being early is good as well, but I think a headbutt bringing back either feed or uppercut is a strong choice, and it does a decent amount of damage in and of itself. Like in this situation, you bring back feed, you take 6 damage knowing you're going to get another 3. 3 max HP, I should say. Totally acceptable fight. I just like Iron Wave, and, you know, it doesn't get any more complicated than that. I guess we want you to be killable. Well, that's rough. I think we choose to take 5 damage, but it does sort of screw us if we draw feed. Which we didn't. Very surprisingly. Realistically, both of these guys could be killed next turn. And with weakness, it makes it a little harder, but not much. 87 max HP already. We take an evolve specifically to hard counter elites, as mentioned ad nauseum in the past. I'm happy, actually, even though I just added the evolve, I'm happy that this is not the AoE enemies. I think we're least suited to fight them right now. Now, I think you just accept, you know, you're very unlikely to draw feed next turn. You take your 24 damage and you get the kill next turn. It's pretty okay. Omamori is potentially pretty useful. I don't think we need any of these. Rampage, I honestly, even with Headbutt, I don't think it's that important for us. I'm happy we did pretty well in that fight. And Omamori is immediately useless, but will be great for us later. Maybe. You know, I'm willing to pop this regen potion while we got it, and it gives us good upgrade prospects for the future. You're extremely lucky. I thought we would kill... If we'd popped the strength potion, we actually would have killed you. So we're probably going to take a little damage over the course of this. You know, the regen potion might be a little bit more in the vein of something that just sustains us. But if we can get 1 feed to pop, I'll be a happy man nonetheless. And we will get 1 feed to pop. 90 max HP, getting a lot of value out of it. I still feel like you have to take a Reaper. I have a very, very hard time imagining this card not being mission critical for us. Even if we only get 4 HP out of it plus the damage. Pocket Watch, dude, I could see this being useful for us. I mean, especially with so many 2-cost cards. Reaper might not be a card we seek to play much early. Honestly, this is a very simple choice in my world. You give yourself the feed chance. Remember, every feed that succeeds, I should say, is also a little bit more that you get every time you have to rest. So, being able to make this pop has been very, very nice for us. I do need some sort of defend, and I think, you know, we can realistically be pretty happy with what we're going at here. I'm going to skip that elite in order to get some more question marks. And we're going to upgrade this feed, increase its range, increase its efficacy as well. I want these question marks, though. So I'll get 5 more max HP, even though that's not that much. I know we have Omamori. I'll heal and use an Omamori charge. Who's our boss? Thankfully, not the Hexaghost. Like, it's the boss that you want to be set up against. I knew it was gonna wake him up, but I figured, you know, why not? Give him a chance. And we'll just keep pushing it forward here. We will take probably a decent chunk of damage. It did seem to me like, why waste feed early, though? We might get it to roll back around. 3 turns of vulnerability. I think you just hit him. Knowing we have the chance to draw feed. Nah, I think you gotta get it in there. You gotta kill him next turn. If you get the cards. That went better than expected, honestly. And Calipers is very interesting. I'm just going to take another Iron Wave for now, but that is a legitimately interesting card for us. How do you beat this boss? Very, very good question. True Grit, getting rid of a slime, is very good. But Evolve also counters the slimes. I think you probably beat the boss by getting a little bit of extra vulnerability, which has admittedly not been a problem for us. I think you also don't suffer if you can wait to use Reaper here. And Feed has a very, very high chance of working later. Question becomes, do you want to split him? And it really all depends on this. I think we should hit, honestly. I'll be the first to tell you, by the way, it's a weak hit. I think we got the AoE to make it work. Now, they are hitting for 36 on the next turn. It's a little rude. In response to you hitting for 36, I'm going to heal for 8. And we really want Cleave to come back around. They took the next turn off, which is very nice, very merciful. We're definitely going to get hit, by the way. 43. We can take it down to 31. I think we'd rather get hit for 12 and start to work this guy down. We probably, in hindsight, should have taken the big hit and then gone for the split later. But it is what it is, right? I put us in this situation. I would love to get us out of it. We need this Cleave to come back around. Sadly, Cleave is just short of lethal range, but thankfully, and I am thankful for this on this turn, none of these jokers are attacking. We'll still bring back Cleave because it's our best damage. We've only got one dude to worry about. We are weak and frail. But enough about my personal life. Again, like Feed, it's good, but I would much rather have the opportunity to get Feed the pop on one of the enemies. And we're not being killed on this turn, thankfully. It's a little close for comfort, but not being killed. Cleave comes back around. What do you do? Slimes, right? Yeah. Slimes everywhere, slime. We live? I hate to say it, man. Actually, now that I think about it, 6 plus 5 doesn't actually kill him, even with this. So I think you do pop True Grit to give you a free turn. And then you hope to not just get evolved out the wazoo here. We made it happen. It wasn't an easy fight, but I'm happy with it. We actually kind of don't need Barricade with Calipers if we're going to make that work. So I think we can take an Impervious, and I think I would do that over a over one of these other options. Dude, I love... I'm going to take Burning Blood again. I don't think Burning Blood is the reason we lost the last run. I love gold too much. Being able to tailor your run at the shop is so important. Second floor elite dodging without very strong AoE. It appeals to me. Real talk, I kind of like the idea of having... No, don't be stupid. You know that in my head I was like, I'll pay 2 energy for 15 block next turn. But he only does like 11 damage next turn. maybe it would be more advantageous for you to take a little bit of damage. The frailty is the real problem, nonetheless. We need a faster means of killing enemies. I hate you. And we don't have to tunnel vision on feed anymore, by the way. Jeez Louise. Good lord. I mean, I'm just operating under the assumption right now that I don't really care about gaining 3 block as much as I care about killing this dude before he can hit us again. Can we do the kind of damage that needs to be done here? I don't believe so, but I can make him vulnerable with 16 HP left. And then he would take 12. Or 21. Okay. I hate it. We need more offense. And I don't love it, but, you know, I look at it and I say to myself, you know, Wild Strike plus Evolve. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. This one's very tough for me. Do you take Immolate, which is maybe the best Ironclad card in the game? Or do you take Kunai? And I think you take Kunai, which is one of the best relics in the game. Both of these decisions frighten me greatly. Yet here we are. Actually, like Shockwave decently enough. I'm going to skip a fight in Cowardice. Paper Frog, pretty useful for what we got going on. We rest and get back to 70 HP. We've only gone through one fight on this floor. Perhaps we shouldn't be this terrified, but I am. Okay, so upgrade that Shockwave. We need a strong... Like, for bosses in particular, you need a strong single target attack. Our AoE is also not incredible, but for bosses, we need that, like, I must destroy you card. Real talk, I don't think you play Impervious. I think you accept your damage in order to pay the vulnerability forward. It's not about making feed work. Genuinely. We're losing on the floor fights on this floor. Now the second floor, it's tough, it's no joke. But, you know, at some point we're supposed to be getting out ahead of these. I feel like I've accidentally created a deck that's surprisingly difficult to pilot as well. You may, and perhaps deservedly so, laugh at that. But I am like, every single turn I'm like, I don't know what to play. I mean, Battle Trance is also very good, but I think we just need some raw blocks, dude. I do not want to fight elites. We also have not seen occasion to play... That's fine. To play Reaper yet, unfortunately. Yeah, I can stand by this. So, Kunai, we should be thinking about this. Kunai. With 3 energy, Kunai is a tough sell. One day, perhaps soon, we'll get an energy relic. Well, I mean, it definitely will require us beating the boss in order to get it. So I can do 15 plus 21. What a coincidence. It's actually a better heal. Well, it's on par with the heal that we would get from Reaper. Certainly a Flame Barrier is very nice as well. I'm going to go for the Smith because 61 HP is actually pretty solid, but... I'm telling you, dude, this deck right now, we built it... Oh, this is dangerous. We built it under the assumption that we would have 4 energy, which is not fair. As you may have noticed, we do not have 4 energy. We're finding it hard to play a lot of our gas. I think you just heal for 8, which is actually 11 because of the vulnerability. Fighting against one enemy is going to be way better for us. If we're going to do it, we'd rather do it like that. I think we can get out ahead of this guy to the point that we don't need to worry about weakening or vulnerable. We'll just put up the block instead. I regret this decision immensely, immediately. For the record. So we're certainly going to engage in cowardice. That is my MO here. Doing 9. We'd love an anger in this deck just to trigger kunai a little bit, but okay. We lived, we get no value. Actually, I mean, we get a heal for 10, but I wouldn't consider that very useful. Thank God for first turn uppercut. Yes, I understand we're still taking a decent chunk of damage here, but the weaken plus the vulnerability is very nice. 18 damage. Well, you know, I think we're dead again. I don't know what we're missing on this one. It can't be as simple as it just being one energy, or could it, I guess? Evolve has kind of been a dead card for us, but it did help on the elite, or on the boss fight specifically. I can't kill you, so we should be a little smarter about it. Let him blow himself out here. Might get a chance to have a feed or a Reaper pop on this. I would greatly accept either. Yes, we could have killed him. So this, I'm leaving it open to me being a fool, but we did get the max HP off of it. Our heal should be pretty good. 33, well, it's the perfect number. 69 HP is okay. It looks a lot worse than it is. That's not what we wanted out of Infernal Blade, just to be clear. Just for the record. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're de-destroyed. We just, we don't... What gives us the ability to kill this boss? We don't have the sustenance, you know? We don't have the know-how. Or the elbow grease. The only thing I could previously say is if we had a lot of energy or a lot of cheap attacks, we could make kunai work. Maybe we don't take much damage as a result of that, but I mean, I probably don't need to tell you that seems pretty unrealistic right now. I do believe, in my heart of hearts, if we make it through this boss fight and we get an energy relic, there is a chance, there's a dream waiting for us. But with 4 HP, it does not seem too likely. I'm actually, more than anything else, I'm kind of surprised we even made it to the boss. If the run was going to be this cursed, I'm kind of stunned we made it. You know what? Just go ahead. You earned it. For now, thanks for watching. Still getting bodied on Ascension 20. I feel like every run has just been missing one puzzle piece, and it's not one of the ones at the edges. It's one of the ones that's like Mikhail Gorbachev's port wine stain. You can't have a puzzle without its most distinct feature, and we were missing energy on that one. And a little bit of healing on the run before that, I think. For now, though, thanks for watching. We're getting there, I think. We're making better decisions. If you enjoyed the run, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. And of course, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Northernlion to be notified when I go live in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.